10-day journey into space.
A leading California Democrat now under criminal investigation. Sexual assault allegations against Congressman Eric Swalwell. The front-running Democratic candidate for governor is denying the claims as New York prosecutors open an investigation.
And we're tracking rain headed into Southern California this weekend as we look live over the mountains. Some clouds that look ominous in the distance. Nico Kazori letting us know when we will see the first drops of rain. Hello and thank you for joining us. You're watching Eyewitness News at 4, live on ABC 7, Hulu, and wherever you stream. I'm Jory Rand.
I'm Liz Nagy. New here at 4, NASA astronauts Reed Weissman, Victor Glover, Christina Cook, and Canadian Space Agency astronaut Jeremy Hansen just made their first public appearance since returning from space yesterday. Their journey took them around the moon and ended just off the coast of San Diego.
That was the moment of splashdown for the Orion spacecraft into the Pacific Ocean yesterday. All 4 members of the Artemis II crew landing safely after traveling further into space than any human before.
I'm afraid to start talking. I have not processed what we just did, and I'm afraid to start even trying. And I want to thank God again, because even bigger than my challenge trying to describe what we went through, the gratitude of seeing what we saw, doing what we did, and being with who I was with, it's too big to just be in one body.
So emotional. That's Artemis II pilot Victor Glover, the Southern California native, now the first black astronaut to travel around the moon. And beside him in that photo is Christina Cook, the first woman to travel beyond Earth's low orbit. And
check this out. Astronaut Reed Weissman shared this photo on social media after yesterday's splashdown. He was on a helicopter leaving the recovery ship. He wrote, quote, "This planet is impossibly beautiful from every altitude I've seen it, surface to 250,000 miles. Well, there's a lot more developing with the Artemis II crew. Let's get right to Eyewitness News reporter Elena Gomez live in San Diego this afternoon. Elena?
Yeah, exciting down here. And less than 24 hours after NASA's Orion spacecraft launched or arrived here just off the coast of San Diego, we now got an up-close look at that spacecraft. You can see it just behind me there, but we got an even up-close personal look at it just earlier. We also got to attend a ceremony where NASA thanked the entire crew who made this mission possible. Now here,
my crew feels an immense sense of pride. We're proud of our ship. We're proud of our training, and we're proud to represent our nation on the world stage at such a historic moment.
For the first time in more than 50 years, humans traveled beyond low Earth orbit, journeyed around the moon, and returned safely to Earth. That alone was an extraordinary achievement, but what makes it so much more powerful is how many teams across so many domains came together to make that success possible. Today, I'm proud to say.
Yeah, so you got to hear just there. That was from earlier this afternoon, where the Navy got a chance to just talk about what a mission this was to be aside NASA alongside of this journey. We also have better video that we can show you of the up-close look at NASA's Orion spacecraft on display on USS John P. Murtha after it splashed down off the coast of San Diego yesterday. NASA saying, obviously, that Artemis II crew flew more than 694,000 miles farther than any humans have ever traveled before on their journey to the moon. And a special ceremony was held on board USS John P. Murtha after the ship docked for the crew involved in this mission. It was an opportunity for NASA to thank all the different U.S. Navy teams involved in supporting the Artemis II mission. NASA sharing that the teams executed with precision and brought home their friends. U.S. Navy leaders also praising their crew, as you heard just there, for a successful recovery of the astronauts to bring those astronauts on board after months of training, and just really proud of the partnership they have with NASA that they've had for decades, really, and the impact that can be done when working together on missions like this. Now, with this successful mission to the moon, NASA now says that they're preparing for next year's Artemis III mission and now laying the groundwork for eventually sending astronauts to Mars. So a lot of excitement still ahead. In San Diego, Elena Gomez, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Elena, thank you. Well, he is the leading Democratic candidate for California governor. This afternoon, a source familiar with the case says Congressman Eric Swalwell is now under criminal investigation by the Manhattan District Attorney's Office in New York following sexual assault allegations.
Eyewitness News reporter Abigail Velez joins us live in studio with what we know today, including the latest calls for Swalwell to drop out of the race. Abigail.
Well, Jory, Liz, this is moving quickly on two different fronts tonight. First, the legal side. The Manhattan DA's office is now investigating and asking anyone with information to come forward to its Special Victims Division. Second, the political fallout here in California. A growing number of high-profile leaders and organizations are now calling on Swalwell to drop out of the governor's race, some saying he should even resign from Congress altogether.
These allegations of sexual assault are flat false. They're absolutely false. They did not happen. They have never happened, and I will fight them with everything that I have.
As he denies the claims, the Manhattan District Attorney's Office now confirming it has opened an investigation into sexual assault allegations against the California congressman and candidate for governor Eric Swalwell. The accusations include claims from a former staffer and other women, one of the accusers speaking publicly on CNN.
After that bar closed, we went to another. I went to the bathroom, and I don't remember anything after that. I remember the next day, I can see flashes of that evening of him on top of me pushing him off, him grabbing me. It was a lot more aggressive. It was aggressive.
As the investigation unfolds, the political pressure is building. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass is now calling on Swalwell to end his campaign and resign from Congress. Former LA Mayor Antonia Villaraigosa also running for governor, echoing that call.
If this had just been one person saying something, that's one thing. These are multiple people coming forward. The courage of these people, take on a powerful Congress member who ran for president, now running for governor. These women need to be believed.
A number of California lawmakers and major labor groups are now cutting ties after Swalwell had previously locked in key endorsements across the state. By Friday, some of the most influential backers had pulled their support. California Governor Gavin Newsom saying in a statement, "As we continue to learn more, these allegations from multiple sources are deeply troubling and must be taken seriously." The Swalwell campaign website now showing it is no longer accepting donations. His attorney telling CNN Friday they take the accusations seriously but continue to challenge their credibility and confirming Swalwell is still in the race. A lot going on here in California, but there's also a push on Capitol Hill to get Swalwell out of this race and Congress. Republican Congresswoman Ana Paulina Luna says she plans to force a vote next week to expel Swalwell if he does not resign. Reporting live in studio, Abigail Velez, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Okay, Abigail, thank you. We're now keeping an eye on rain that's about to head our way. This is a live look outside right now. Some clouds in the distance, but things are about to change in the next few hours.
Yeah, those blue skies will be going away, replaced by some storm clouds. Nika Kazuri here now with more on the storm that the weather team's been talking about all week long.
I know, we've been talking about it all week. The timing has kind of changed. Earlier in the week, we were expecting some rain tonight and tomorrow, but now it looks like the system is moving a little bit slower than expected. So right now it's just stalled out in the northern part of the state and also in central California as well. But we're expecting that rain, but it's just going to be a little bit later. We're expecting it as we head into tomorrow morning. Here's a live look at our Irvine camera right now, and it's looking beautiful this afternoon. Check out the temperatures, around 70 degrees under sunny skies. It is feeling nice for our friends down in Orange County. Here's our Long Beach cam. Barely a cloud in the sky. It's going to look very different as we head into tomorrow. 69 in Long Beach right now, and all across the region, it's just a really nice afternoon. We're tracking those temperatures in the mid to upper 60s, low 70s, 70 in Los Angeles, 75 in Long Beach right now, 73 in Riverside, but we're tracking an even cooler cool down, but also a front, some rain, and also some snow for our mountains as well. I'll talk about all of that coming up in my full forecast.
Okay, we'll check back with you soon, Niku. Historic face-to-face talks today between the U.S. and Iran. Both delegations are meeting in Pakistan. At the top of the agenda, solidifying a shaky ceasefire agreement and paving the way for an end to the war with Iran. Vice President J.D. Vance is there in person, along with U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and President Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. Pakistan's prime minister is playing mediator in this entire situation. The White House says negotiators are working off a modified 10-point proposal from Iran. Meanwhile, the U.S. is insisting that Iran turns over its stockpile of enriched uranium. All of this as American warships work to clear mines in the Strait of Hormuz.
And 3 Iranians with ties to the 1979 hostage drama are now under arrest in L.A. facing deportation. Isa Sayed Hashemi and his wife, who are both professors, and their son were all taken into custody. The 3 had been granted permanent legal status in the U.S. during the Obama administration. Hashemi's mother was the spokeswoman for the students who took Americans hostage in Tehran back in 1979. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says America can never become home for anti-American terrorists or their families. Last week, the niece of a slain Iranian general and her daughter were also arrested here in L.A.
Well, terrifying moments in New York City this afternoon.
Police shoot and kill a man inside Grand Central Station, coming up what investigators are sharing after they say a man attacked other people with a knife. Plus,
the LAPD looking for 2 drivers. Still to come, new details in a hit-and-run investigation in Winnetka.
The price of gas keeps going up, up, and up. Is it time to consider going electric? 7 on Your Side reveals the right questions to ask before you buy a used EV. Monday morning at 6 on ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
FanDuel predicts. We know your interests go beyond one topic. Now your predictions can too. From finance, crypto, gold, and beyond. Sign up and get a $25 bonus. Download FanDuel Predicts now.
At Jerome's, when we negotiate a better deal, that means you get a better deal. Like our Caden 4-piece queen bedroom set rolled back from $5.99, now just $4.99. Transform your space with this queen bed with a stunning natural finish and striking chevron pattern, plus a matching dresser, mirror, and nightstand, and smooth gliding dovetail drawers for easy organization, all at an unbeatable rollback price of just $4.99.
Shop many more exciting rollback savings and save up to $600 only at Jerome's.
After the accident, my husband's never going to be the same.
They had to pull him out of the vehicle.
Popping those pills every single morning.
El dolor me impidió volver a trabajar. Yo dije, perdí todo.
Gave the insurance company an opportunity. They said no.
Morgan and Morgan, they went through hell and back to fight.
A jury tells Juan that what he's gone through is worth almost $9.4 million.
300 veces más que la primera oferta que me hicieron.
Thank you very much for taking care of my family.